master plan is the guide for the future development of Springboro. Hi, I'm Maureen Hodgson, and this is Springboro Here and There. We are here at Springboro City offices along with City Manager Chris Pozzuto. Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Good. So when we talk about master plan, let's give folks an idea of what is a master plan.
Sure. So a master plan is a document that the city utilizes to project or help craft future development within the city, both residential, commercial, any kind of development that you could think of that might enter a city in the future. We kind of utilize that document to help us craft that development that might happen.
And we've been operating with the plan for several decades, right?
Yes, I think the first plan was 1978 or something like that, but we try and update it about every 10 years is what the recommendation is, because as people know, things change over time, and so you don't want to use a document from 1978 to try and develop things in 2020, 2021. So like I said, every about 10 years we try and update that plan to make sure it's current with the new trends and new development ideas that seem to come forth.
And part of that, a very important part of the plan, is to get resident input.
Yes, that is ultimately the most important, because if you have input from your residents on what they'd like to see develop, then that provides the mayor and the city council direction on how to formulate zoning plans and development plans and things of the like. So yes, resident input is probably the most important aspect of a master plan update.
And we have two ways that residents are going to be able to give input, but one is probably the easiest, and that's our online survey.
Yeah, so we've launched our online survey about 2 weeks ago, and we've already got over 300 responses, which is awesome. So we want more, though, so we'll continue to push that out. I believe the last date's December 15th, so we provide a lot of opportunity and time for people to get online. But some of the questions on there, they're things like, what has the city done right with development? What have we done wrong with development? What would you like to see in the future as far as housing, densities, and business development? So there's a bunch of questions on there, but it honestly should only take people about 5 to 10 minutes. And I think the way we have crafted the survey and the results we've gotten so far has shown that it's pretty easy to fill out with, over 300 responses so far.
Yeah, so just a little bit of your time to really help guide us to what you're looking for as a resident.
Exactly. As we said before, resident input is the most important part of this, so we want to try and provide the easiest ways possible for people to give us input.
And we have easy ways to give us input, because you can go to our website, ci.springboro.oh.us. You can go to springboromasterplan.com. You can find it on our Facebook page, or you can also give us a call. So there's lots of ways to get to the survey. And again, you can go until December 15th.
Correct.
So once we get this input, then what's the next step?
So the next step is we have a master plan committee of about 12 residents that represent the business community, the faith community, all kind of different aspects of the city. And what they'll do is then they'll analyze with our consultant, MKSK, they'll analyze the survey results, and that's where then we will see where our old plan from 10 years ago needs to be updated. And we'll take those responses again and formulate a new plan, taking us from 2021 into the future.
And then a presentation will be made to City Council.
Correct. So we're going to have 2 presentations, I believe, are scheduled for City Council. That way the public can see what the committee and the consultant has worked on to this point. And even at that point, we will have plenty of opportunity for public input, so they kind of see the draft plan. You can comment on that, and then the plan before it's ultimately adopted by City Council.
So it's an 8 or 10 month process, but really resident input number 1, and that's the first thing that we're gathering.
Resident input number 1, and that is the first thing we're gathering. So that's the first thing we started off with. So again, if you can have this citizen input at the beginning, it can help shape, the future. And yes, about an 8 to 10 month time frame. We'll see what COVID does to that time frame, but it should be relatively in that 8 to 10 month time frame.
Okay, and speaking of COVID, we did have an open house scheduled for November 18th. That was for the public to come. We're really encouraging people instead to go online, right?
Correct. I mean, we are still going to host it. It's November 18th at Heatherwood at 6:30. But as we've been telling everybody, honestly, the exact same things we're going to be talking about and asking public input for are on the online survey. So if you're you don't want to go outside, we certainly understand. You don't want to attend a meeting such as that. It's all the same online, so we just encourage you to do it from the safety of your home. But as we said, we will still host it in case you do want to come in person. Obviously, COVID restrictions will be in place. We'll require masks, social distancing, all those kind of things. But if you don't want to come out, it's all the same online.
And then we will keep people posted as this plan progresses so that they can continue to know where we are.
Absolutely. So, the public will be told of the timeline, the committee progress, all the survey results, all those kind of things will all be posted online. We always try and be as transparent as humanly possible. So we always post those kind of things on Facebook, Twitter, our website, YouTube, all those kind of things.
All right. Well, thanks so much for giving us the kickoff to the survey. Again, you can reach that at springboromasterplan.com or from our website, which is ci.springboro.oh.us. Thanks for watching. We hope you complete that survey, and we'll see you next time.